Just one look, that's all it took.
The first day of practice, for a sophomore to come in, transfer into our school, and be as good as the returning players we had, we knew we had something special in J.J.
J.J.Grant was stellar competing at football and track and field. And he was much more than a significant other on the basketball court. Born in Portsmouth, Ohio, J.J. was a great athlete in the making as a freshman at Baldwinsville. Then the family moved to Liverpool.
He and his wife came to my office. I said, listen, J.J.'s such a great athlete. It doesn't matter where he goes to school. I said, the college, Division I schools, they find the players.
Oscar Jensen was also a coaching beneficiary of Grant transferring to Liverpool in 1982.
Between his junior and senior year in high school, he competed in the Empire State Games. He competed in the shot put, the discus throw, the hammer throw, javelin. He won all four, setting records in 3 of the 4. Later that year, senior year, participating in the Penn Relays in Philadelphia. He's competing in the shot put. In the preliminaries, he has the best throw. So therefore, in the finals, he's the last thrower up. This young lad from New Jersey decided to throw one further than J.J. So now Jay, being the last competitor, goes out and shows his true character, takes first place, throws 67 feet 3 inches, the record at Penn Relays for a number of years. That right there says the story about J.J. Grant.
When he joined Liverpool's football team as a sophomore, J.J. became part of a dream backfield with Hank Flournoy, Todd Richardson, and quarterback Chris Jones. His junior year, J.J. averaged 8.3 yards per carry. Defensively,
he was a under-controlled, aggressive linebacker.
all league on offense and defense. As a senior, Grant was a parade All-American footballer and New York State Athlete of the Year.
It was said at the time by one of the great sports writers saying that probably J.J. Grant, at least at that period of time, was probably one of the best throwers all around that New York State ever produced. He could long jump 20 feet. He could triple jump. He ran the lead leg of the 4x100 relay. He was that quick. Anybody that I needed to have demonstrate plyometric drills, he was the man.
Division I college doors coast to coast were wide open for the son of Elizabeth and Jim Grant, who'd played football at Bowling Green.
But up until December of that year, it was always Syracuse, Ohio State. Then in December, he came into my office and says, Coach, he says, I've been looking up some schools academically, and Michigan's got a great business school. He says, would you mind calling their football office and see if there's an interest that they would have in me?
J.J. Grant broke a lot of hearts, including the Syracuse faithful, when he eventually chose to play for Bo Schembechler at Michigan.
And I said to him, Jay, why did you pick Michigan? When I took the visit at Michigan, I walked the campus for 2 days, and not one person knew who I was. And I knew then that if I went there, I would establish myself based on what I did at the University of Michigan.
J.J. Mudcat Grant, number 95 in maize and blue, made 142 tackles as the Wolverines went 23-1, beating hated Ohio State twice and going unbeaten in Big Ten play. In the swan song for co-captain Grant and Coach Schembechler, they beat Southern Cal in the Rose Bowl. Lloyd Carr was defensive coordinator inside linebacker coach during J.J.'s college days and later a Hall of Fame head coach.
J.J. was a great football player and an even better person and teammate. He was an outstanding leader here in a football tradition school.
With a BA in Communications and Media Studies, Grant's employment career has included Miller Coors, General Motors, and Capstone Logistics in Cincinnati. He's now living in Seattle. Truly an athlete for all seasons, James Joseph J.J. Grant now becomes a member of the Greater Syracuse Sports Hall of Fame, class of 2019.